Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wind Down Friday. Today, our special guest is Himadri Majumdar, CEO of SemiQon. Hi, Himadri. Welcome aboard. How are you?
I'm fine. Great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your time. Where are you located?
I'm located in Finland. Our company headquarters is in the capital area, in Helsinki area. That's where
Nice.
we are located.
Good. Nice place. So let's start this conversation, Himadri. So you have a rich background in terms of quantum technologies and innovation. So please introduce yourself. Tell us more about you, your company.
Thank you. Yeah, you are very kind. So, yes, I have a background in quantum technologies, and it before it became quantum technologies.
Yeah.
So it basically comes from microelectronics, nanotechnology, and so on. So as for myself, I do have a PhD in applied physics from long time ago, but I have not been involved in active research for, let's say, the last 10, 12 years. I have been more on the innovation management side. I My latest job was at VTT, which is a technical research center at Finland, where my role was program manager for quantum technologies. So what it means is I was overlooking different aspects of quantum and how it was evolving. One of my key projects was to build the first quantum computer in Finland together with a partner company. I was leading the project from VTT's side. And then I was also very strongly involved on the ecosystem perspective. So working in the European ecosystem, building, let's say, collaboration, working with RTOs,
Yeah.
research and technology organizations, and so on. And this brought me very close connection to quantum. So I saw how the development was going on the hardware aspect, but also on full stack quantum computer building, how different companies were emerging, how different modalities were emerging from superconductors to ion traps to photonics to silicon-based systems and so on. So that's when I actually got more deeply into the aspect of quantum technologies. And SemiQon itself, it's a spin-off from VTT. We are four co-founders who came together and started the company in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal is to build quantum processors with silicon. We'll talk about it more, but that was the starting point of the company then. And the basis was strong research that went into VTT, where IP was generated, know-how was generated, and we licensed out the technology and started the company from there.
Thank you. Great. So let's talk about your company, SemiQon. So SemiQon is on a mission to set the industry standard for semiconductor-based quantum processors. So what excites you the most about this journey, this path, and what are the biggest challenges ahead?
Absolutely. So what excites me most is the scalability aspect of quantum processors. There is a reason why we as a company build quantum processors and not
Mm.
quantum computers, because from our perspective, the hardest problem to solve in quantum computing is to build a good quantum processor. That's the hardware and the basis with which we can build quantum computers.
Yeah.
And for us to build quantum processors from a NISQ perspective, or noisy intermediate state quantum perspective,
Mm-hmm.
you need a processor which has a large number of physical qubits that you can operate. And we believe the only way we can scale to a number of million is through using methodologies and materials which are in semiconductors, because semiconductor has done that already. And silicon is the basis for that. So this is one of the primary reasons we started this on this journey. But there are other elements as well. There are some inherent advantages in silicon which makes it a suitable choice. And we believe we can, once we prove the scalability, that how we can scale the qubits, how we can not just build qubits, but also control the qubits with CMOS-based systems. This is where we will be looking at an era of what we call quantum integrated circuits. So it's similar as integrated circuits, we can have quantum integrated circuits. And that's where the quantum computing will start becoming really sort of robust and will create the impact. We can start seeing quantum computers as products coming out from there.
Nice. And also, we did an interview time ago about your technology. I posted this article on embedded.com, and for our audience, they can find this article on the first issue of ESD ebook that will be in circulation in the next days, and in particular, you can find the print edition during Embedded World. So you mentioned VTT during your journey. So your experience at VTT revolved around partnerships, so building partnerships, strong partnership between academia and industry. So how this experience, how has that influenced your approach at SemiCon?
That's a great question. It actually has impacted very strongly. And the reason for that is the whole domain of silicon-based spin qubits. It's in a very early stage. So if we compare with superconductors, for example, superconductor systems now have hundreds and perhaps 1,000 qubit systems as well. At the same time, silicon-based systems are still way behind with maybe 12 and 10 of qubit. So it's a long way away still as a viable solution. And one of the biggest reasons why this has not gone as fast as superconductors is because of the feedback loop, that when you do measurements in silicon-based systems, how quickly can you manufacture them? How can you quickly learn from the first batch of chips and then build the next generation of chips? And from that perspective, we thought collaboration and partnerships is very, very important, and with academia and with researchers. So what we do very actively is when we build a batch of chips, we share it with different research organizations, different university research groups, and they can do research on that. We give them freedom to do research, to publish, to publicly disseminate the results. It's very important that we get a feedback like that from how our devices are performing, and then we can improve the next generation of device. So I would say we are still carrying this ethos of collaboration and partnerships with academia, between academia and industry through SemiCon as well. So we are doing this still.
So in terms of quantum computing, so there is a lot of things around quantum computing, but where do you see real tangible progress happening in the next years, so in the next 5 years?
Absolutely. I think there has been good progress made already. I mean, you can see every month there is some milestones being announced by big companies, small companies, startups, and so on. And these are all very, very good steps to prove that how quantum computing is getting better and better. What we see is at this moment of time, all that comes out of quantum computing industry is valid proof points that how good there are examples of what can be done, what can become better. And how, from our perspective, we would see in the next 4 or 5 years where the end users will get more and more interested in quantum computing. And in kind of an obvious aspect, they would like to see more powerful machines being there. So more powerful quantum computers. And this is what we are seeing, that there will be a demand for more powerful machines and perhaps more scalable machines so that you can have on-site quantum computers. You don't always have to rely on the cloud systems. And we are hoping that this is the direction in which the industry will go. I think the latest announcement from Microsoft yesterday is a very good step in that direction, that they are also looking at the scalability perspective. Majoranas are very, very difficult to build, and they are challenging as a qubit. But it's a challenge. But the idea of you can have systems that can be controlled and that can be scaled is very interesting from our perspective as well.
So let's talk about for a bit about you. So beyond the job, beyond the lab. So when you are not thinking about quantum processors, I know that this is difficult. So a physicist is saying to you, and I can understand in this case. But which are your hobbies? What are your favorite ways to unwind, recharge your batteries?
Yeah, but that's a very good question. It's a difficult balance, as you can imagine, to not think about the company, not think about things. But I consciously step away. I consciously give myself the liberty of what I call do nothing time. So I don't do anything. I don't try to not consciously think about the company, and I let my mind wander. And at the same time, I also read. I read on different kind of things, not just technology, but I read about leadership. I read about
Nice.
how we are. Philosophy is one of my favorite subjects as well, because that gives you a wider perspective about things. So these are very important ways to unwind and look beyond what on an everyday perspective, what we are doing day by day, but keeping an eye on the big picture in future as well.
Thank you. So, Himadri, just the last question. So, in conclusion, looking forward, so if we revisit this conversation 5 years, 10 years from now, what do you hope to have achieved with SemiCon, with your company, and Quantum?
Excellent question. My personal wish would be 5 years from now, with our revolutionary cryogenic CMOS, which is the basis for the processor that we built, that you will see the cryogenic CMOS incorporated in various quantum computers worldwide.
Mm.
So you will see SemiCon inside in that sense. And then we hope we will make real breakthroughs in how to make silicon-based quantum processors real as well. So hopefully we will figure out the recipe how to scale it in 5 years' time. And then from there on, it would be an amazing journey as well.
Yes, looking forward to it. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for joining us at Wind Down Friday. And I wish you a great weekend. Stay in touch. See you next.
You too. Thank you very much for having me.